come to you guys and show you guys some of my favorite brushes. But this is the Morphe Buffer brush, and I love this for all over foundation. When I'm doing a liquid foundation and I'm not using a beauty blender, I'll use this to go ahead and blend out my foundation. It's super soft, it's very dense, and it pretty much covers a big amount of space so you're not blending forever. Another brush that I enjoy using for foundation is my Sedona Lace 928 brush, which is pretty much just a flat top kabuki brush. It's a little smaller than the F80, if you can see, and it is shedding on me. So I've had it for years. I want to say I've had it since 2014. Don't quote me. I do have a video about these brushes, but I'll link that down below. This brush is amazing for foundation. It's very soft, and so I do love it for foundation. Duo Fiber Face Brush from Real Techniques. So this is just a brush that I pretty much use to just dust off powder. It's very soft. It looks dense, but it's not. It's like very flat, and I use this to just dust off powder. If you can't find this brush in Target or Ulta, I believe they sell it in Kohl's and Kmart as well, and also Walmart, you can get the e.l.f. stipple brush. It's pretty much the same thing. It's the same damn thing. And you just, the only thing is this one has more hairs than this one, but it's pretty much the same thing, and I just use it to dust off powder. I don't use it. I tried using these types of brushes, the stippling brushes, for foundation, but it just didn't work out for me. It was very streaky, and I had to go back in with a beauty blender, so it just didn't make sense to me. So yeah, dusting off powder. I actually have a smaller one. It's the Duo Fiber Contour Brush, and I actually didn't bring the one from e.l.f. over here. I'm looking at it, but I didn't bring it over here. Citizens app, hush, I'm filming. I didn't bring it over here because it's just pretty much the same thing but smaller. So they have a smaller e.l.f. one too. So yeah, this is the Real Techniques one, and I just dust off under eye powder with this. So yeah, or dusting off too much highlighter. Yeah. The next one is also a Real Techniques brush. It is the setting brush, and I use this to either put powder under my eye, or I'll use it to put on highlighter on my cheeks. So it's a really soft brush. It has product on it, so I'm not going to touch the top, but I really do love this brush as well. The next brush that I have is also a Morphe brush that I got from IMAX, and it is a contouring brush. So it's just flat, and I just use it to get in there, just to contour. I do use this sometimes when my brush that I love for contouring is dirty. I'll use this to put on my bronzer. I'll just use like circular motions to put my bronzer on, and this brush is super duper soft too. I don't have the name. As I said, I got it from IMAX, and they did like a wholesale type thing at IMAX, so the names weren't on their brushes, so sorry about that. The Sedona Lace 602 brush. This brush is amazing for bronzer and contouring. It is pretty much like an angled buffer brush, and I just love this one for putting on my Fenty bronzer and just getting all in there. It covers a wide amount of space so that you are not contouring for days. The Royal and Langnickel powder brush. I think this was in a travel set, but I use this brush to set under eye powder and to also put on highlight. So I'll set with the powder, and then I'll flip it over and highlight with it. And again, a why can I not get that? Real Techniques brush, and it is the blush brush, and I do like using this for blush, which I don't really use. The only blush that I really use is the NARS blush in Torrid. So yeah, I use this and I just go like this, and I also use it for a highlighter as well as blending my blush into my highlighter. So I love this one, and I like the bottom too. It's pretty. Is that, girl, I got cotton on the bottom. Disregard. I love this brush. It is the It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Airbrush Powder and Bronzer Brush. I don't know who this is bronzing because it's so goddamn big, but I love the chunkiness of it. And as you can see, I moved to the side like I'm on QVC. I love the chunkiness of this brush and the wide area of the brush. It is super soft. When they say Heavenly Luxe Airbrush, they're not lying. I use this as an all over powder brush to just like blend everything in. And you guys, I've never felt a brush this soft. If you can find It Cosmetics brushes, I got mine off of HSN. If you can find their brushes, they are expensive. However, they're worth it. And I would say to at least get one. Once you get one, you're going to get another one. And this is the one that I would recommend as the all over powder brush. I love this brush. I've had it for about, I want to say, a year. I love this brush. The Sedona Lace 224 brush, and it is like a pointed buffing brush. I use this just to contour my nose. So doing that, yeah, that's what I use it for. It's really, really soft, but it's really, really big. So I haven't found another use for it other than that. The next brush that I enjoy is the Sigma Diffuser Crease Brush, the E38. And that's what it looks like. And I just like pretty much doing what it says. It's a crease brush. Just throwing some dimension into the crease and, you know, blending it out. Love that brush for that. I have here a brush that came in a kit that I got from, I want to say eBay years ago. But it is pretty much a flat brush. Very flat, and I use this to go ahead and carve out my brows with concealer when I'm cleaning them up. And this brush is super soft, and I've had this brush since I want to say 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. Love that brush. The next brush that I want to talk about is, this is another Morphe brush, and it is hard as hell. I know you guys can hear that. Like, it is hard, and it's an angle brush, and this is what I use to put on my Anastasia dip brow. It's perfect for applying gel or cream brow products. Love, love, love this brush for that. The next brushes that I have are pretty much just brushes that I use to blend out the color if I put like liner or shadow at the bottom of my eye. So I have the e.l.f. smudge brush, which looks like that, and it fits right in there just to blend that out. I also have the MAC 263 brush, which was gifted to me, and this was in a holiday collection, I believe. This I use in the tear duct as well when I want to do an inner corner highlight and be extra, or I just use it to go ahead and smudge out liner and shadow. So that's what that looks like. Then I have this is another Morphe because it has no name on it. This one is pretty much like the one I just showed from e.l.f., just smudging that out. Love that. Or you can do the inner corner as well. This one is another e.l.f. brush. It is the e.l.f. Professional Eye Crease brush. I think it's too small for my crease, so maybe not if I want to really, really define a look. But I use this to also smudge out the bottom because it's so small and add inner corner highlight. So that's what that looks like. Then for blending, I have a few blending brushes that I enjoy. So I usually keep my eye look very neutral and basic like this. So if I just want to throw in some color in my crease, I'll use this Morphe brush, and it's pretty much just a blending brush. I don't know how else to explain it, and it's very, very soft. I just love this brush. Another one that I have that's similar to that is the Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. And it looks like that. Pretty similar, and it's very, very soft. I love having a million of these because, like, when one is dirty, you just move on to the next. So this is another Morphe one, and it's just smaller. Let me just show in comparison to the other Morphe one. It's just pretty much a smaller version. So very soft, gets in that crease very, very well. Love this. Then we have the Sigma small tapered blending brush, and it's the E45. This gets really in there because it's so pointy. I don't know if you can see the tip of it is very pointy. It gets in there. So if I want a basic look like this, but I want to deepen up the eye with, like, let's say a burgundy or a dark chocolate brown or maybe a black, and I just use this and stick it in the I'm being so vulgar, but sticking it right in that eye fold and just blending, smoking it out, and then probably using one of these brushes to just smoke it. Oh my god, it's a look. I'll probably do that in another video. And then I have this brush, which is another Morphe brush, and it's just smaller. Let me show you in comparison to the other ones. Like I said, I got these Morphe brushes at IMAT, so you can see the difference. So this one is just a smaller blending, and this one I really just use to, like, smudge out my liner into my shadow of choice. The last brushes, yeah, these are the last brushes that I want to talk about. These brushes are pretty much just brushes that I use to pack on color. So I have here the, what is this? The Crown brush, and it is the C476 crease and shadow brush. So it looks like that, and it has on the end like a crease brush. So pretty much what I do is pack on color with this on my lid, and then I'll use the end to just define my crease, or I'll use it to smudge out the bottom. And then I have another one which is similar. It is the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. I had about 3 of these, and I don't know what happened to them. I think I gave my mom one. Yes, I gave my mom one. But then there's still one missing, probably in my suitcase. But that's what it looks like. Pretty much the same concept. I use this to just pack color on my lid and probably just smudge out that same color on the bottom of my lid if any of the smaller brushes that I use are dirty. Then I have the Sigma Large Fluff brush, and it's the E50. And Jackie Aina made me buy this. I don't know her personally, but sis has about 40 of these, and I was like, I need it because it's bigger than my e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, and I just needed it, and it just fits right there. I am buying more of these on, what's that holiday called? Something Monday. Cyber Monday. I am buying more of these. I need one for concealer because I tried it putting on concealer. I tried it putting on powder on top of my concealer. I tried contouring with it. I tried putting my highlight on my nose and everything with it. I need another one of these brushes. Putting, highlight and shadow up here. I need at least 3 more of these brushes, and I'm gonna find more of these in Target. And the last brush is the Royal and Langnickel Smoky Eye Brush, and it's pretty much like the Crown brush, but it's just a little bigger. One thing that I don't like about this is I got this at IMATS, and just look at the end. it's like rubbery, so it got sticky, and like when all of my other brushes are like next to it, they'll like stick to this. So I don't know what that's about. I did do a brow video, but to maintenance my brows, all I need is a spoolie, a tweezer, and a razor. An eyebrow razor. Can't forget the beauty blender. I use this for all over foundation application, concealer application, putting on eye primer. I use this to put on highlighter. I use this to powder. Like, I can use this one beauty blender. I have multiple, but I can use this one for all over just a normal beat like this. I can use just this to go ahead and apply my full face. Like doing contour, I can conceal on one side, contour on the other, and it's just use this side for foundation, the butt, the booty, and yeah, I love this. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of you that have subscribed, liked, commented, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!